GM, we are live. We're late. I appreciate all of you. Chris says GM Candles. Hey, GM to you, Chris. I hope you're having a great morning. Gunnar Ross is sweating. Good night, Gunnar Ross. So I heard Purple Yosh made it through. So huge congrats to Purple Yosh for getting through. But yeah, I haven't seen what Gunnar Ross is sweating, but absolute best of luck to him. Joel, GM to you. I know we were late. Starting at 9. Just moving slow this morning. Hey, Twan FFB. Good morning to you. I hope you're having a great morning. Appreciate you so much coming in, hanging out. Sorry, everyone, we're late. We ran bad, play bad, run bad. Our best ball dreams are in the utter sewer at this point. The Ashton Genty eruption at the end of that game was just not what we needed. We were expected to advance 2.83 teams all weekend, and I think I'm going to get a little bored too. It sucks. This is a tough day. A lot of people having tough days today, but I hope you're not one of them. I hope your best ball dreams are going a lot better than mine. Brian, GM, the Goobers BBM team is alive, assuming neither CMC nor JT gets at least 30. Well, best of luck, Brian. I will be relying on you getting through. I'm just living vicariously. I'm just hope other people have sweats. This is so killer. Gretch is asking, why am I alive? Yeah, I know you had some run bad too. Yeah, it really couldn't have shaken out much worse. It just really couldn't have. I was feeling good going into the afternoon slate. I had a Chow Chow team I had become pretty attached to, and I know that sounds silly, but the Chow Chow is actually a pretty good contest. The finals fairly small. I think it's only like less than 30 teams. Top 2 advance. I'm going to finish 3rd, and I was thinking I was in pretty good shape and didn't get anything from Metcalf or JMO, which would have gotten me there. So that was a pretty big bummer. Oh, Gunnar Ross needs 20.29 for CMC. Oh, I want to see you there, man. You and Purple Yosh would be so awesome. So best of luck, Gunnar Ross. We'd love to see that. Mike Robb, down with Harbaugh. Put some yeah, the excuse for not running Henry at the end was like, it wasn't his turn in the rotation. Come on, man. You can't be so rigid with that stuff. It was Dehember. It was Dehember, and you short circuited that. With Lamar going down, still in a chance to beat one of the premier teams in the AFC. I don't know. It could be the last straw, but Harbaugh just seems to have an infinite leash, so we'll see what happens. Thomas Awad, GM got a team to the DK pre-draft finals. That'll be fun. That's fantastic. My DK sweat. I had a chain mover 2 thing that I was sure was going through. And it was one of those, like, you got to look closely. I thought I had my opponent boxed out because I also had Ramondre and he had Ramondre, but Ramondre didn't even hit my lineup, or he did, but he only added 2 points. So I'm basically anti-sweating 11 Jennings PPR points. So I need Jennings to do nothing tonight. So I just know Jennings is going to go off, and then I'll have nothing left on DK either. But best of luck there in the DK pre-draft finals. The Travion injury sucks. His Ramondre early in the season was actually a pretty good pick. I know Gritty famously had a ton of him, and he was looking like a good advance rate thing. Well, he came through. He came through for a lot of people, hit a lot of lineups, and I didn't have very much of that. Go Easy Cards, happy for everyone who made the finals. All I have realistically is a BBM team without Scatabo, just needs to avoid a Puka. Hey, Go Easy Cards, that'd be awesome. Is BBB what? I don't know what that stands for. Is that Best Ball Breakfast? Big board. I'm not sure what that stands for, but that's fantastic. 21 from CMC, but no more. Yeah, we're all threading certain needles here. The 555 was the worst ever equity included. Just literally fading Genty Warren while having T-Law, Bijan, Strange, none of whom got the bonus. Well, yeah. Warren Genty go for 204. It was crazy. And it's sort of like, I don't want to be sour grapes, but what are we doing? Like, We do all this work in the offseason. We look at the playoff matchups, and then you could have said Houston has like a historically good defense and Genty has a historically bad O-line and has kind of sucked all season. And you'd be like, oh, I'm just not going to draft Genty. Thanks for that information, Mr. Time Traveler. And then Genty goes nuke. Like nothing matters. I'm just like, it's so, the variance, like just ripping off a big run or two is so hyper variant. Like Warren was fine, but like you don't really expect him and Gainwell to smash. Like, what are we doing here? I'm on Raw. Metcalf really abandoned me. Yep. JMO 2. I blame Jacob for that. Yeah, Hendo getting hurt stunk. I mean, that really stunk. A fading 16.1 from CMC. Well, best of luck, Juan. Best of luck. I know I'm like, there's everyone needs CMC to do or not do much. Gunnar Ross has a chain mover and a DK Millie line is sick. Hey, it seems like it could just be the year of Gunnar Ross. Best of luck getting to the LM finals as well, man. Go AZ Cards came up close in flagship, underdog, and DK finals, but fell short in both. Yeah. I mean, it was... I just don't understand. I felt like I had so many bases covered. Just nothing got home. Jets drop bombs. GM second in the engage. 8-1 puppy and big board alive. There it is. Second in engage 8. Huge congrats, Jets drop bombs. That's fantastic. Oh, the Badge Bros brawl. You know what? It's funny because you made a comment somewhere where you said that, and I parsed together Badge Bros brawl, and yep, makes sense. It's a great contest. Also, Detroit has the best run D in the NFL. Yeah, that's why we were all like excited about Metcalf, and then just so bad. GM sounds like we both didn't do good. No, this is my patron saint of best ball. I had so much Genty in the dailies last week. Yeah, it was a strange week, Brian. It was such a strange week. I don't really understand how it went as bad as it did, but it did. Because again, I wasn't like super heavily exposed to anyone really other than Scatabo, and obviously that was bad. So I would have thought I would have some combination of what you needed, and they were all just like on different teams. It does feel a little like the T-Law Pitts explosions from last week kind of randomized what you had left. So it just sort of like who was paired with those guys that survived. And so I don't know. In a lot of my T-Law teams looking at it, I had like Diami Brown late, and the like random late receiver that was good was Dobbs. Like if you needed 20 points from like your round 16 to 18 receiver. So just kind of like shook out really weird on what teams were left, and just didn't have the right guys paired with the surviving teams. Even got passed by 1.2 in the Badge Brothers contest. I have 80% to get through, but that's yeah. That's such a good contest though. I had I think my only potential thing is I think I need like 30 from CMC and I could get a Badge Bros brawl team through, but I'm not counting on anything at this point. Greg GM gang, hope everyone got a team or two through the bloodbath. Well, there's been some good ones. We have some people, Gunnar Ross, huge sweat. Purple Yosh made it through. We got Brian the Goober. He's really carrying the torch here. But yeah, I'm gonna try to do this. This might jump. This is gonna jump scare. It's gonna put me full screen. Don't panic. Okay, there we go. All right. So what do we want to do? I mean, I don't even want to pull up my surviving team, to be honest, because it's so bad, but we can look at it. This is so killer. I didn't even look at what my sprint team's doing. I'm sure it's not doing anything. 447th place. Boom. You'll love to see that. We're sprinting along. All right. Let's see. It's it's pre-draft. It's not even in the main stuff. The little board. Nope, not this one. This is so kill. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing to pull up a little board 2 team. Dear God. T-Law. So I was a beneficiary of Genty. like a giant fish. Brown, Marion Hampton. I still have CMC to go. He needs to score. What does he need to score? More than 16, I guess, to hit the lineup. Olave, Shaheed, Ioman. This doesn't even get a lot of wide receiver points, but it's going to get through, it looks like. Travis Kelce, Kincaid, Dallas Goedert. This team isn't even good. Dear God. Dear God. Greg went 1 through 22 with some tough beats in the 160s. It is brutal out there. It is so brutal. Let me see. Yeah, this isn't a great format for viewing it. My BBM team stunk. It finished 10th. It still has CMC to go. So if I think it has CMC and Pittman. So if CMC and Pittman combine for 80 points, we're live. And I think we're live because I'm the only. I know I'm the only CMC team there. Worst part is the Bad Bro team sucks. It's just Genty and Dusty running back. Yeah, that's like my my little board team that I just looked at. The wide receivers are terrible. Play for week 16 next year. The problem is you could have said that this year and you would have been wrong. Like, why would you have Genty? Why would you take Genty against Houston or Olave against the Jets, who, when the season started, had a very good pass defense? Like, you literally could have been told these things and you still would have gotten the wrong outcome. Like, absolutely killer. We need to look ahead at the future disappointment in playoff best ball. Yeah. All my beautiful Lions stuff. If you're living vicariously, please hope that Purdy doesn't score. I will be pulling that for that to not happen, Chris. I would love to see your teams get through. Down 3, need 10 points from Downs or Kittle never. I feel like that actually seems pretty good. I would be shocked if you didn't get 10 from one of those guys. Such a high scoring first 2 rounds of the playoffs, 220 plus for high. Crazy. Yeah. There were just some true separators this week. And if you didn't have them, you were just like super cooked. And then like quarterback got kind of squirrely. A lot of weird stuff with quarterbacks. Josh Allen was a dud. Hurts. If you went elite quarterback this season, man, if you took the big 4, Lamar got hurt, obviously. Hurts had a bad game. Like, not bad, but I think he had like 19 points. Josh Allen didn't do anything. Jaden Daniels has been hurt. Like, it could be week 17, like Josh Allen nuke or something like that. And if you're able to sneak him, I would feel great if I was able to sneak him through. I'm not sure. I think they're playing the Eagles. So maybe that game gets pulled into the muck and it's just like a bad year for elite QB. But it's also like, that's the kind of team that could push them. But anyway, yeah, really, really weird kind of week 16 run out. Paul, GM got lucky with some teams. Warren teams 5 of 14. That's awesome. And I had a lot of Jaylen Warren. They didn't survive to week 16. Like, that's what's frustrating. It's like some of these guys that I had, that I was a little higher on the market on, they weren't attached to Pitts or T-Law or whatever got through. Chris says, of my 5 BBM teams, 1 is advancing pending Purdy, and I have another that can win, but if all of them are going to make money finishing top 4, yeah, that's great. That is great, man. Hartman, I had Travion on 13 of 14 rookies and sophomores, still got 4 through. That's awesome. I think I had all scattered. I only got to do 9, and I think they all died. But that's pretty cool to get him through, because if he only if he clears protocol, that'd feel pretty good rolling into the finals with that. Goazy Cards, I might not have won $1 million, but I had the best NFL season. Got to me. Hey, thanks, Goazy Cards. Yeah, the daily streets were good. But best ball, dear God, last year I had either 6 or 8 finals teams. I can't remember, and I thought that was just like a given. Like, that was kind of the end table stakes. I thought I was guaranteed to get that or more, and I got kicked in the teeth. What a bad feeling. Crutches got killed in daily. Oh no. Yeah, at least I had a good year in the daily streets for myself. But yeah, well, we'll see. Getting to KC, I won the Deposit Kingdom 1 week, and that was enough because I don't play huge volume, and that got me there. But yeah, best ball, what a bloodbath! Good God, I don't even know. Do people even want to? Do people want to draft? We can draft something. The other thing I don't like is now the playoff best ball with the Lions dead is also going to make things hard because usually at the end of drafts you had some Lions truther. Often me, if you drafted with me, you got some nice EV. So stick around the stream. It's just going to consolidate things, right? And so I think the teams are going to get a little harder to construct, especially on the NFC side. Not just having one fewer team that was, I don't know. My vibesy take is they were about 50% drafted. And yeah, Brian Reese is a good point. Time to take some Carolina. It could be. I think now they're really coin flipping with Tampa Bay, right? Like I think isn't their game pretty much heads up to get in, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see about that. But yeah, Carolina, they will be like 0% owned. But then again, how excited are we about Panthers? Like maybe as advance rate stuff. It'd be hard for me to like build a Panthers Super Bowl story. I got killed in the dailies and I barely played the main. Yeah, the main BR is really brutal. It's really brutal. You need to like top 10 that contest at some point, or it just adds up. I mean, the payoff drop offs are huge. I always encourage people, play the smaller field, play the Engage 8, the Victory Formation, the Deposit Kingdom. Like that's a much better use of your bankroll and dailies than trying for the big lotto. If you can play the big lotto, great. It's a ton of fun. I mean, I was only able to do dog bowls because I won the main last year in the divisional round. So, you know, you can win. It's just really hard when you look at you're beating 30,000 lineups. It is very tough. And if you're not winning, it ends up being a huge time suck or bankroll suck. Yeah, Ravens dead too. We definitely did some Ravens bailout stuff. Not very much Pittsburgh bailout stuff. Plus, you have to guess who. Yeah, that's the other fun part. The 1 seed's really in flux. We'll see what happens. I mean, it could be like the Jags in the AFC side. They're like live to be the 1 seed, and I don't think I ever considered that. Drafted a Rico to push Rams teams through. There you go. Yeah, or play it all in Brick Hall. That's your other option. That's the road we went down in best ball. Just rip everything, and then just brick it. How good are you going to feel about Carolina's 7.5-point home dogs to the Rams in a rematch of a game that likely cost the Rams home field advantage? I thought it really just came down to, I thought that game kind of didn't matter, but I could have that wrong. I thought they could lose that and then beat Tampa Bay, and then Tampa Bay gets in. Like I thought their week 16 heads up was for everything. But let me know if that's wrong. After running so well this year, I may quit while ahead on best ball. If you're making it to the finals, I mean, my God, that covers a whole year of maxing. You gotta keep it going, Brian. We need you in the best ball streets. Plus, I mean, I'm gonna draft those contests, so I need I need viewers. I need viewers in April when everyone's doing things in the spring. Yeah, I tanked fullback dive, Engage 8, Deposit Kingdom. Yeah, they're tough, but you're saying Carolina in the playoffs? Yeah. I mean, it's not gonna feel great, but we've seen these upsets before. But there's also, I think, going to be some advantage to having like a team nobody's drafted. How far? I guess we're only 18% through the contest, so it's not gonna be as unowned, but I think people still won't draft them even like when they get in. Quit ball ahead. I've heard that one, pal. Yeah, but I mean, most people, 80-90% of people in a given year in best ball like lose money. Like it is not. It is a very top heavy format. It's very binary, and sometimes the margins are as little as like one Ashton Genty scamper into the end zone can determine whether you had a profitable year or not. Like literally one play. It can either, if it bumps the team out, that was going to get you to the finals, like especially a higher dollar thing or BBM. Like the margins are just razor thin. And you can drive yourself nuts trying to like account for every variable. But at the end of the day, there is a huge amount of luck and variance. You want to call it luck, you want to call it variance, whatever you want to call it. There's a lot that's not in your control. And so just, if you're where I am and you don't have anything left, don't beat yourself up. Just decide if like what you can learn from it, what your takeaways are. Do you want to reassess your bankroll? Do you want to assess like how you're playing? But don't get down on yourself, because there's just like a lot of the times it's just not your slate. And week 16 was not my slate. Last year, Chase Brown sliding at the 1 cost me $6,300. Yes, Jess Liam will ever remind you of that. But it did. It changed everything. I would have had a pretty good finish, and I think about in the Badge Bros Brawl if he scores instead of sliding, because that unlocked the Higgins nuke at the end too. It had like crazy knock-on effects that T. Higgins ended up going bonkers in scoring there, and then in overtime. If San Francisco wins tonight, don't flip the Rams. Could be Eagles round 1. Yeah. Again, that's why I'm still not like accounting in there for who plays who in round 1, because I think it's still so up in the air that I'll worry about that when I have that information. Crutcher says, worst part about BBM is I theoretically have a semi-realistic shot at my best team despite the run out. Would almost rather be stone dead. I need like 30 Purdy, Juwan 20. Yeah, so you just need a shootout. But yeah, that sucks, because you're gonna stay up and watch the game, and it's gonna be like 10-6 at halftime, and it's just like, yeah, that's. But you know what? I mean, I would rather be there than have no hope, but I get it, because sometimes that'll just drive you crazy. Brian, you also had such heavy exposure to Scatabo, but ran bad with the injury. Yes, yeah, Scatabo was my highest owned player. I think I was at 30% on Underdog, near 50% on DraftKings. My highest tight end was Kraft. I definitely ran bad with injuries. I was double the field on James Conner. I can't blame it all on injuries. I definitely did not have good luck with that. But yeah, that was it was not a good season for that. I was way over the field on Garrett Wilson. You could argue whether that was a good pick or bad pick, but he did have 4 touchdowns in 5 games. We saw AD Mitchell have some eruption games. There's no reason that wouldn't have been a spike week or 2 from Garrett Wilson. I had a lot of Calvin Ridley. That looked like a laughable pick, but it could have come around. Again, these I'm not trying to make a million excuses, but we did have some pretty bad injury luck on guys we were overweight on. So, and I'm not seeing anyone like next year where I'm going to be heavily over the field on, unless there's something I think is like a huge discrepancy in the market. But that was one where I was just IKBing the ADP all summer. I think I saw Jake Vinegar advancing it. All right, good for Jake, friend of the show. You can only have 28.46 from Purdy. Crutches. Yeah, it's funny because everyone needs different stuff. Yeah, the 5.55 is a gut punch, and losing the DK 20, which I had 80. Yeah, losing the 5.55 sucks. I had 3 and they all died last week and didn't even get close. But yeah, because again, that's like huge equity. If you can get that one through. Currently fading 20s from CMC and JT. Yeah. Good luck. Yeah, good luck, Jake. Good luck. In a mutton now, and it's the Wild West switching to advancement, bro. You got to get that $3 Go Easy cards. Yeah. Hey, Psychedelic Curse, GM to you. Hope you're having a good one. Yeah, best of luck, Jake. Aaron needs JT and Jennings to combine for 55 in a 5-5-5. Well, hopefully that comes from JT because I'm fading 11 points from Jennings in my the Chain Mover 2, which if I do advance will become the flagship contest on DraftKings. All right, I guess we can do. I have not looked at the Christmas slate, but I think 4-person drafts are kind of a not great viewer experience. I don't think people really want to do the playbook for the main slate. So let's hop in a mitten, assuming we're not in developer mode. Waiting for 4. Playoff best ball time. We need hope. Surely the next. Yeah, that's where I'm at. This is it. This is full. There's always another slate mode right now. We're at the 4. Psychedelic Curse at the 3. Crutches at the 5. Go Easy cards at the 6. C. Farrell PGA. We got a PGA Tour pro here. I've never heard of CM Farrell, but maybe they just finished Q school. But yeah, here at the 4. Best of luck to everyone. Yeah, I'm ready for the big board. As you see in the ticker, I went through and put the fantasy relevant players that PFF in their latest mock has going in the first round. So we're already scouting that out. I do think it's funny in their mock they have the Browns trading up and drafting another quarterback. I mean, fantasy Twitter would melt down if that happened. So I love that bit. Them trading up to Jacksonville to getting Ty Simpson or trading back or whatever. It would be a pretty good bit. All right, we see Puka go at the 1, Allen at the 2. It feels like years ago we were arguing about Allen last week. CMC 3rd. All right. Let's just grab JSN and off we go. But yeah, I'm excited about the big board. I mean, I think it sounds like it's generally not the world's most exciting draft class as far as fantasy relevant players. I think there's going to be a lot of argument about Jeremiah Love, whether he's, actually that great. I don't know. So we'll see. I have not really dove into it yet, but I'm already ready for a lot of Jeremiah Love discourse, as it seems unlikely we're going to get a huge amount of fantasy relevant running backs coming out of this class. All right, so Go Easy cards. He gets the Saquon AJ Brown start. Crutches starts with Cook Devonta Adams. So I'm going to grab Travion here. We'll set up a little Seattle and New England start. New England, of course, live for the 1 seed, currently held by the Broncos. We'll see where that ends up. Seattle, of course, also live for the 1 seed. So I am going to play this as though they don't both get the 1 seed. GM Chad, I wish you need super chat. Yeah, 500 subs. 500 subs. Purple Yoshi, though, we are all pulling for you. And of course for Gunnar Ross. We really want to see 2 out of 3 in the final. That would be incredible. Greg says, if the Dolphins trade up to draft Fernando, it can't happen. BFF has it happening. Greg, I'm ready for Ship Chasers to set the min on Jeremiah Love in FFPC. Yeah, I'm really interested. I think that's going to be a huge amount of discussion. All right, so we got Travion, JSN, Jalen Hurts coming back around. Boy, what do we want to do here? I think we'll just grab our guy Ken Walker. Take a couple of these running backs here. We'll see. It looks like Go Easy cards might get the sort of Billy Dream's spot pending crutches here. The one hole taking Allen and Stafford kind of screws everything up. So I'm not surprised Crutches took Hurts there because he didn't get a shot at Allen. And, once you're in this boat, you do need another quarterback. So Go Easy Cards pivots to Sutton Nix. I think that's pretty sharp there, playing that through the other side. So I think for me, it's pretty clearly Steph Diggs. And we move on. So we've got Travion, Ken Walker, Diggs, and Henderson. I locked it up, had my opponent blocked tonight. Yeah, that's awesome. That's such a good feeling. So yeah, that is huge. Guy ran hotter than the sun. GG, well played, Yosh. Yeah, so sick. Saw a dude lose with 152. That dude has to be tilting his pod. Oh, are you talking a limbs? Because yeah, that would be so brutal when there's, what were there, 3 pods left if you had the second highest score and you didn't get out or something like that. Yeesh. Purple Yoshi, yeah, the guy who beat Vitron had the Death Star team. My squad had to score 174. Yeah, absolutely crazy. I did hear that there's a super team. I need to pull it up. Psychedelic Curse. Oh, he takes Henry because he had May. That makes sense. All right, what am I doing here? What am I doing? Man, people are really out on the Packers. I think they're still. This seems to me to be a little bit of value. Let me grab Josh Jacobs here. I don't think I have to worry about someone taking Darnold quite yet. Let me see. Everybody has quarterbacks. I'd be a little surprised if I couldn't push Darnold maybe a touch further, but we'll see. I don't want to get greedy and lose him because then I'm in a heap of trouble. It looks like some pretty coherent teams though coming together, especially to my right. Hurts, Devonta Goddard, plus Cook and Adams. Go Easy Cards clearly with his Eagles and Broncos. Let's see what the room hands to us here. I think I'll just grab Christian Watson. I may live to regret this. I also could have tried to push Christian Watson because if people were not taking Jacobs, I don't know why they would then grab Watson, but we'll see. Running back can get or wide receiver could get a little light. I could see Psychedelic Curse with Kittle, Henry, and Jennings. That's not the most receiver firepower. Might be looking to add somebody. So we'll just grab Watson here. If for some reason we lost Darnold, then we would just take Love. Not really where we want to end up, but we'll see what happens. Not blame the Sims. Congrats, Yosh. Yeah, absolutely. Four Go AC cards. The Sims know all. GM fellas, hey, Fantasy Dog Pound, GM to you. I hope your advance rate, Advancement Monday is going better than mine. Purple Yosh, Billy P team is the super team. Okay. I think I saw it once and it did seem like, how did this team happen? But we're counting on you, Purple Yosh. The people's champ. Tieran says, yesterday went exactly how I figured with Detroit and Ravens. Ravens seemed disinterested in making the playoff. Weren't you in Detroit? Terrence, weren't you the Ravens bull? Weren't you Ravens and Eagles all the way? I feel misled. I feel a touch misled. I'm just gonna take Darnold here in case Crutch's Sims tell him to kick the guy to his left. I don't know. I don't want to push it infinitely because at a certain point it does make sense. Yeah, thank you. I thought I was going crazy. What changed? What changed, Terrence? Or are there multiple Terrences running the account and we got the one that doesn't like the Ravens? I don't know. There could be a whole Terrence industry here, and depending on which one you get. Now I don't know. I can't even concentrate at work. Noting tonight will decide my financial future. Yeah. Well, hold on. What am I doing? Do I just take? I think I'm going to take Sharbs because, yeah, let's just grab Sharbs here. That might be a little gal-brained, but we'll do that. And hopefully we still get Jordan Love here. But yeah, Jake, look, if your financial future goes bad, I am ruined, and so I can recommend some good bread lines and soup kitchens, and now I can have someone to stand with. I said Detroit lost Branch, and it was, well, yeah, Detroit. But what happened? What about the Ravens? You were bull posting the Ravens. It is like the Prestige, exactly. Terrence and his twin. With just seeing who has the hotter takes. Pretty sure Crutches has F the guy to his right all the way up. That would be an amazing bit if the sidekick could put like a side kick in the nuts button, and it could just say like, go after the guy next to me. I hate him. I would pay more for that option. 3750 ain't exactly life altering money, but a top 30 would be sweet. Well, I will say, I will just push back because for some people that is. But yeah, I would be absolutely absolutely thrilled to get in the top there. We'll take Jordan Love here. We've got Darnold, Love, Travion, Walker, Jacobs, Sharbs, and then JSN, Diggs, and Watson. I desperately need another wide receiver on this team. Who is it? It was going to be Booty. So now we've got to pivot. Is there anybody left here? Oh, Mac Hollins. Is it just Mac Hollins? It's a little gross, but I do need one of these teams to play. I mean, I could just get a 5-person Seattle stack. You know what? Let's just grab Shaheed. Let's just make this the Seahawks Infinity Gauntlet versus instead of Mac Hollins. If they get the 1 seed, this is going to be a little thin to advance, but you never know. You never know. Yeah, it is a chance at life-altering money, truly. Truly. Also sweating a big board. Hey, that is God's game, man. I got a big board finals team last year, and it's truly fun. I love the big board. I love the big board. Chris says, if you finish first, Jake Binninger, please let me finish second. An all chat final. How about those Eagles, though? 1 out of 3 ain't there you go. It is not. If you're batting .333, that's a career in Major League Baseball. I acknowledge Ravens might be a mistake. Fair. That's fair, Terrence. Barely beating Washington, huge. Yeah, it was. I was expecting a little more from the Eagles. I needed more from AJ Brown and some stuff, and he had like 8 for 95. But really needed him to score. I took Josh Johnson playing. Just took Josh Johnson playing great takes. Well, the Eagles are so hard to judge. They're so hard to judge. Let's see what some people in this room did. Let's see what people did here. All right, Psychedelic Curse. Drake May, Brock Purdy. CMC, RJ Harvey, Ramondre. George Kittle, Hunter Henry, Juwan Jennings, Keyshawn Booty, and Ricky Pearsall. So, yeah, I like it. I haven't been taking Pearsall because I feel like he's just never gonna play again. But you know, I guess you could do worse in the last round. Crutches, what'd you end up with? The Sims said, take Hurts and Stroud, 2 running backs only. That is a little shocking. And man, I am a Woody Marks skeptic. Every day that goes by. That said, none of their running back options looked good yesterday. So maybe Woody Marks really is their only bet. And people are agreeing. I mean, he's down to pick 41, even with the field consolidating and eliminating players. Woody Marks going 9 picks past ADP. And James Cook, of course, Devontae Adams, Devonta Smith, Dallas Goedert, Jacoby Myers, Vlad, and Jaden Higgins. So makes sense. Just the James Cook team. And then go AZ Cards. Nix and Caleb, Saquon, Swift, Manungai. So doubles up on the Bears running backs. AJ Brown, Cortland Sutton, Troy Franklin, DJ Moore, Rome Odunze. So similar to my team with in his case, Bears can play anybody. Bears, both running backs plus 2 receivers. Ideally for him, they play Denver because he has Sutton and Franklin. So it makes sense. All right, not bad. Not bad. I'm going to hop in another. I'll catch up with chat. I think Pete's stream is at 10:30 today. Normally he's on at 10, but it looks like he's at 10:30. But I'll probably hop out of here close to 10 myself. I got some stuff I got to run through today, but appreciate all of you so much. It's been fun. If you can, by the way, if you can like and subscribe, that would be awesome. I'm going to try to get the timestamps updated, but I have failed doing that so far. So let me see if we can do that. All right, what do we got in this room? We got myself at the 2, Chad G20, our friend here at the 3, Mr. Binninger at the 4, Go AZ Cards at the 5, and Law at the 6. So a true friends and family room. Terrence, though, fighting the fight on the Eagles, calling him a secret wagon, top 5 underperforming offense, sleeping dragon. We have seen this dragon not wake up previously, but we've also just saw them win the Super Bowl. So there are good people on both sides. Not a sustained lull because their OC sucks and they play an unsustainable tile of offense, says Crutch. Terrence counters with QB with a chip on his shoulder and a Super Bowl MVP. They should course correct. And Crutch's notes, but hey, coming back in the second half against a backup tanking team, huge spot. Well, I mean, I think you can make the argument kind of even. I'll take Puka at the 2, ignoring the last game. Like, I think it would be a mistake to look into last week as a reason for optimism. But yeah, it's not like they looked particularly good. I have serious concerns about the Eagles. Chris says, looks like 27 Tyler Shuck teams in the BBM finals. Tyler Shuck has a good matchup too next week. I'm blanking on who it is, but I was looking through this earlier, and I'm like, Tyler Shuck. Yeah, the Titans. Dear God, I would love if I was in the finals to have a Tyler Shuck team. That seems really good. Yeah, and they still have Kellen Moore, and I have triples of the Nova. Jake says, late, but GM. Artillery Frost, GM to you. Hope you're having a good one. I did, Chris, then they forced Rattler to start, so it didn't matter. Yeah, that's what sucks, is that he, we thought we might be getting like a Bo Nixian 17 weeks of the start for a bit, and then they like wasted the first half of the year on Rattler, making it a little harder to get through Shuck teams. So it was a little bit of run bad in that. Let's see what Chad G20 does. He takes AJ Brown. I mean, we snap called Devontae Adams here, don't we? I mean, I would love to get Stafford. We'll see if the one hole lets that happen. Nope, the one hole does not. He takes Stafford there. So we've got Puka, Devontae Adams. I think I just take Drake May. I wish I could somehow have gotten. I wish I could have 4 picks instead of 3. But yeah, I think taking Drake May makes sense. We'll get the AFC quarterback, so we can do Pats, Rams, which seems kind of fun. That seems kind of fun. Would have been cool to get Stafford. I'm not gonna lie. That would have been really awesome, but alas. Saquon smashes next week, and they beat up the Commanders again. Another tanking team. Another tanking team. Dear God. No draft assistants allowed in this draft. It's an underdog rule. Well, go easy cards. I don't use a draft assistant. But yeah, I was at a party last night, so I wasn't paying attention, but I got a Husky final team too. You love to see that. Yeah, I thought I might get a Husky 2 team through, and then the second half happened. Dear God. Almost got a Shuck Malik Willis team to the Superflex Puppy Finals, but my wide receiver room sucked too hard. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like the Superflex stuff is one spot where like the draft assistant would be very helpful, because I think for me there the Sims would be of huge help. I think when you do enough drafts, you generally can predict with a fair degree of accuracy what an RTA would tell you to do. But I think in Superflex there's like way more permutations. I could be wrong, but I don't know. I feel like that's one place you could definitely see an edge there. Yeah, the Rattler stuff, Purple Yosh, just what a waste of everybody's time. What a waste of time. Mine is Jalen Hurts and Tyler Shuck currently advancing, but that Purdy fade. Yeah, it's a little scary. It's a little scary with the Niners to be like in a true fade position with them. All right, Josh Jacobs goes. Man. I think I gotta take Corum here. With the turn having Stafford, I think there's a good chance I lose Blake Corum. And he takes Amon-Ra. What is this guy doing? Dear God. Dear God, the one hole. Is this a Buster's Boys room? What's going on here? I don't know. If any of you secretly got membership and became a Buster's Boys, you've got to tell me. All right, so there goes. Got Corum. I'm in a little bit of a weird spot. I'm not gonna lie. You know what? I'm gonna take Bo Nix here. I would love to take Sutton, but I think getting another quarterback, I think with high Super Bowl equity. So I could either get the Patriots or the Broncos against the Rams in the Super Bowl. It's going to be a little wonky because I'm not going to get great pieces with them. But we'll do our best. We will do our best. Crutcher says, Chuck was such a good third QB in a limb. Can't believe they rolled out Rattler for 5 weeks. Yeah, it was just... We deserved better. The Shuck people definitely deserve better. 3 Shuck teams advancing without Olave. Yeah, you know what? Thanks, Chris, for reminding me on Olave, because this is something I was thinking about. The whole like guy doesn't have a ceiling narrative is just so bad, because we were always told, oh, Olave can't score. Oh, Olave has no ceiling. Guess what? He scored 31 points in week 16. Any of these players that get hyper targeted, that are going to get 9 to 12 targets a game, like have that break the slate ceiling. And so like we did the same nonsense with Rashee Rice. Oh, he can't break 20 fantasy points. It's just stupid. Like these we have very small sample sizes in the NFL, and then we just like extrapolate things that aren't true from them. And it drives me mildly nuts that we sometimes do this. So I'm just going to take Hunter Henry here. But yeah, I was thinking about that with Olave today, how often it's like, oh, he's not great in best ball because he's just going to get you like 16 points at most or something. And then he just like nukes when you need him. All right, what do we want to do next? I think ideally we take Troy Franklin next. I think that makes sense here. So no, let's take Ramondre. As much as I like Franklin, my running back room, this team is in big trouble. The running back situation is beyond desperate right now. I think that's where this team kind of fell apart on me. Yeah. Really need to figure out something at running back, but I think it's Jover. It's probably Rip to Herzig's crazy BBM streak. Yeah, it is too. Liam's as well. I think both of them won't be getting a BBM team, but you're expected to make it once every 8 years. So getting it at 6 years in a row would have been pretty insane. Frog Code needs Juwan tonight. Uh-oh, Frog. I am anti-sweating. I wish I could say good luck, but I would not be being genuine. I am anti-sweating Juwan for one of my last finals teams over on DK. Diggs going off didn't help my odds, but at least he didn't get a TD. Yeah. Yeah, Diggs, I don't think I had much to do with Diggs. It was like everything else. Herzig definitely not in the finals. Yeah. Yeah, I hate you, Karen. Oh no. Let me pull the board back up. We can see what's happening. Touchdowns are famously predictive. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, QJ goes. There's not even like running backs I can take as advance rate pieces. All right, we'll take Troy Franklin. Oh my God, that's not what I meant to click. We'll take Troy Franklin. So we've got May, Nix, Corum, Ramondre, Puka, Devontae, Hunter Henry, Troy Franklin. If we look at the remaining running backs, I know what I'm going to do, and I'm going to hate every minute of it. But I'm going to take Jaylen Warren because I need this team to make it through the first round. And I think this is like pure advance rate. Because if I can get out of here alive with Puka and Adams and then like May and Nix, that's going to feel pretty good. It's just we don't have enough running back firepower. And then if we can get to the later rounds, maybe Corum can be enough with the wide receivers we have. So we'll try that. Could be a little too thin, but we'll take Jaylen Warren there. Greg says Olave has been viable for seasons now with Taysom Hill. $2,500 DK Taysom Hill. And went for 16 DraftKings points, throwing a touchdown. Seems good. One that's true. Bijan can't get the DK bonus even if he had 198 yards. It'd be 99. Yeah. I like Bijan because if he just has a normal week, I finish in the top 5 in the dog bowl instead of getting 8.9 points the week I need him. So I will forever associate Bijan with that failure. Do we take Colby Parkinson? Or do we take Gainwell? I think we'll just take Parkinson for our like Rams Super Bowl versus New England or Denver. You could argue maybe I should have taken like a Bucky, assuming they get in, but I don't really love that bet anymore. Or just take Gainwell also. Yeah. I'm warming up to some of the Pittsburgh stuff. I think they're, if they're going to be getting in, they do seem like a team that could like win a game. And the running backs, we know they want to run the ball a gazillion times. So this team ends up being Drake May, Bo Nix, Blake Corum, Ramondre, Jaylen Warren, Puka, Devontae, Hunter Henry, Troy Franklin, Colby Parkinson. So just really needs to nut out with the Rams passing game and get a little lucky with the running backs. It could be too thin there, but we'll try something. Chad G20, we know he's a good drafter. Jalen Hurts, Justin Herbert, Jacobs, Hampton, Sharbs, and then JSN, AJ Brown, Ladd, QJ, Keenan. So we do see again another drafter going with 5 on one team. The 5 Chargers plus a bunch of other good players. So if the Chargers make a run, that's about as good as you can do on the Chargers constructions. Mr. Binninger, 1 QB team. Josh Allen, Kyron, Ken Walker, DeAndre Swift, Shakir, Kincaid, Shaheed, Odunze, Burden, and Ferguson. So yeah, not too bad here. Goes Josh Allen, Kincaid, Shakir, and then a bunch of players from pretty solid teams. I like this team here, Mr. JT Binninger. Go AZ Cards. Another 1 QB team. Purdy, CMC, Jennings. So the 3 out of the 4 big 4 on the Niners. No Kittle. Harvey, Sutton from Denver, Travion, Diggs, and Booty from New England, and then BTJ and Parker Washington from the Jags. So yeah, a lot of different combinations here. A lot of players with some high upside. Like the team here, go AZ Cards. And finally, Law. Two QB team, Stroud and Caleb. Stroud, Caleb, Saquon, Woody, Marks, Munungai, Nico, Devonta, Kittle, Goddard, and Kirk. So I suspect you got a little sniped on some of this. No, I guess so. Dunze went after. Okay, yeah, makes sense here. Push QB all the way to the end. Was just trying to see what happened with Houston. You got Marks and Stroud, and then added Kirk later. Okay, yeah, Kirk will be pretty low on. Okay, let me catch up here. Terrence out on Olave next year. Concussion risk guy with a secret bad QB. Oh no, I'm going to be taking him probably at the market. Tyler Shuck doesn't look bad. He has looked fairly competent. Playing in a dome, pretty up tempo. I am not going to pass him on the concussion risk. I mean, are you also worried about Higgins now? Because I'm going to be drafting him too. Just drop Bob. Olave has avoided another concussion. Just feels like one away. I mean, it's a violent game. Oh, I am way behind in chat. I always liked Olave. Watch way too many OSU games. My problem. Yeah. Hunter Henry outscoring Goddard gave me 1.8 more of a cushion. The dude might end up being my MVP. Yeah, I mean, these margins are teensy tiny. Olave at next year's price. Yeah, we'll see where he goes. It's a long offseason. People forget stuff. So I suspect he'll go a little ahead of where he went this year. But I feel like we know Shuck is not like terrible. Whereas going into the year, it was tough to get anyone attached to Rattler and Shuck, who looked like Uncle Rico throwing the ball. Whoever New Orleans drafted the skill position will have too much, however. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I imagine running back is what they need to replace pretty quickly. I think they liked what they had in Vele. I could see them sticking with Vele, Olave, Juwan Johnson. I don't know. Maybe they add one other receiver, but I don't want Tyler Shuck to have to support like a ton of pass catchers. So I don't know. Where does Olave go next year? Yeah, probably in the third. I'm guessing. Never mind. I like my team unless San Francisco gets. Yeah, your team came out good. 4th round Olave. Okay, you say the 4th. We'll take our wide receiver 1 Gainwell. Yeah. That catch looked like something out of Madden, and you would just be furious. The ball like hit his arm, and then like a magnet went to his chest. It looked like it defied physics. Purple Yosh, we got to get the candles to 500 subs, guys. Hey, I would love to get to 500 subs. I am, we're trying hard. We're here every day. I will say, I think I'm gonna have to. I have been doing some, looking into what I need to do. I think I need to change my like naming convention. Wake Up Best Ball. It will still be Wake Up Best Ball, but I might have to title the videos differently. It'll still be the same thing, but I don't think the title's doing myself any algo favors. So, Frog Code, we have to get the Chargers matchup to have a chance. Yeah, I mean, if the Chargers make a run, there's gonna be some wild teams in the mitten. I'm gonna take my wife's cell phone and hey, thank you. I was at an Airbnb and someone was logged in on YouTube, and I was very tempted to make them sub, but I didn't do it. We're ethically hooping, but I was some poor person who was clearly all their videos were real estate. They're some kind of realtor, and then they were going to get lured into best ball. I couldn't do it to him. Chris is a hero. Appreciate you both. Pete not starting until 10:30. Yeah, I had pulled that up. I guess I'll do one more, and then I gotta hop. So if y'all want to hop in, I'll join a mitten, And then I'll get on out of here. Waiting for 4. But appreciate all of you so much. As you said, if you can, like and sub, that help. Take out an ad in your local newspaper. Yes. I don't know what I could probably take out a full page ad in the Baltimore Sun and it would not cost all that much. I think they're desperate. Chris said, screw ethics, man. If I ship something decent, it'd be nice to have a... Hey, thanks, Chris. That would be awesome. I'd love to be able to do something. I'd love to be able to do that as long as I felt like I could, you know, as long as I felt like I could provide some value. But I appreciate all of you hanging out. Hey, Nez, GM to you. Hope you're having a great one. Speaking of things you should subscribe to, the Badge Brothers. Absolutely, give them a sub, give them a follow. They are why I'm able to do this. They have taught me so much. So thanks again, Nez, for coming in, hanging out. Lay the House, our king. Hey, appreciate you so much. Lay the House. I think only Chad Schroeder reads the newspaper. Yeah, that was something on I think Davis was noting that he had Chad blocked on Twitter, and I was like, I hope people don't think they're talking about me, because I don't think Davis has blocked me on Twitter, but I'm pretty sure those two have not had. Not worth it. It is worth it. Don't listen to Nez. Don't listen. Hey, absolutely. All right, we got Go AZ cards. Myself and at the 2, Mr. JT Bittinger at the 3, Hartman at the 5. All right. Purple Yosh, I've always wanted a chance to sub to Badge Bros. I would attend today's shows. It's gifting season. Oh, there we go. All right. I'll just take Puka here. No, Davis has not blocked. Davis has not blocked me on Twitter. What is your underdog? I think he just got Nez. He's one of the OGs, so he's got a true 3-letter underdog handle, just like our friend Law in here, by the way. So we've, that's how you know you've been here from the beginning. Yeah, there it is. Just Nez. I typoed that to hell. I was gonna gift subs today was the point. All right. But yeah, that is, and appreciate you for doing that, Purple Yosh, because it's it is nice to be able to do that when you have a big hit. But it's I think it's always super appreciated from people that do the content. Rivers 303 tonight. Oh my god. I don't think fantasy Twitter could handle 303 from Phillip Rivers. But if he wants to do it, because remember, all we need is 80 points from Pittman and CMC for me to get a BBM team. All right, we got Puka. Ned asking Chad, what's your spiciest take for the gauntlet/mitten? I think I see now it's gonna sound self-serving. I'm actually starting to get Steeler pilled, Nez. I'm starting to feel like Warren and Gainwell are ridiculously good picks. Like I feel like they're gonna win one of those games. Like these, and I'm gonna just take. Wow, do we take Kyron here or do we take Stafford? I think we take Stafford. Ooh, this is tough. You know what? I'm gonna take Kyron actually, because I can get, worst cases we'll get a quarterback on the AFC side. I don't know. This is where the sidekick would help, because it would tell me what to do. I've never been in this position before. But there's no way Kyron was going to come back to me. Someone might not take Stafford, because then you just have him totally naked. I don't know. Yeah. That'd be a sick run out if you need that and you get it. Steelers to the Super Bowl. I'm not that hot frog, but the AFC is so down bad. I don't know. I also don't know who they would play. as would it be the Chargers right now? Because if it's the Chargers, they can beat the Chargers. They're not like a wagon. I don't know. Are you effectively locked, assuming Purdy nuclear for? Oh no, he's got it. He's got it locked. Yeah, he's got Purdy. Nez, take my hot takes as chat. Lay the house RM. I have a lot. I have a lot of Lions teams. I don't think I'm taking it down. I have so many dead teams so far. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, again, I know it seems self-serving, but I have been working on that take, and I wish I had been more potentially into it earlier. 11 sweats for Nez. Oh, that's sick. That's sick. I hadn't checked that stuff. Yeah, no, well, yes, Nez knows ball. Nez knows a ton of ball. So somehow Stafford came back to us. Was not expecting to be in this boat, but let's do that. That seems good. Go easy. Cards takes kill. Oh my god. Nico's still here? I could also just take Corum and have everybody, but I don't think I could pass on Nico. That doesn't seem right. Man. I don't think passing on Nico is necessarily correct, but taking Corum and having like everybody would have been kind of cool. I don't know. I need somebody on the AFC side. Yeah. So we've got Puka, Devontae, Kyron, Stafford, and Nico. I have not been able to get the Rams super team yet, and so this is the first time. So I was not really expecting that. Steelers run game is nice as yeah. Yep, opponent blocked. GG, Artillery Frost. Oh, I misread. PD had your team on the left. Yep. Congrats, says Artillery Frost. Thanks, says Purple Yosh. Yeah. Hertze gave me the business yesterday. Oh, no. Yeah. Yeah, he's good. I mean, his streak of BBMs ended, but my God, what a run. What a run. Remember when people thought Lions Chiefs was a hack? Yeah, I think I said things like, oh, that's why we're drafting on December 15th, because we can get cheap Lions. Well, the other corollary to that was you were also drafting in rooms where people were getting cheap Lions, and it was making everything else of yours cheaper. So drafting early, I think, is a huge edge. Whether you're taking those teams hoping to make the playoffs, or you're in rooms where people are doing that, I think the earlier the better. Like I think the ADP value and combinations you'll be able to get outweighs drafting some dead teams. Yeah, Ramondre, Rams versus Pats incoming. It could be. We're a little light in at running back. Adding Park or Higbee. Hey, I am the KY GM. Hope you're having a good one. Yeah, I have to decide if I want to do 5 Rams or just add more AFC stuff. And I'm a little of a couple minds whether how I want to play that. I really don't like Woody Marks, but I think he does make a ton of sense with Nico if I am going to do that. So I will just grab that. And boy, Purdy goes. I have a very hard time just taking like Hunter Henry on his own. Ramondre does make sense. I will say that was not a bad shout there because we know he gets some use. We're going to be really light at running back. So yeah, I think that's not a bad call. We'll take Ramondre there. I guess this could have also been a place where I lived my truth and took some Steelers. So I don't know. Ramondre does make sense. Archery Frost, I don't think quorum is very important for your team, and nobody should be fighting over here. Yeah, I agree. I didn't get quorum, but it's fine. The Lions' defensive injuries might have got more press, but they're missing a bunch of interior. Yeah, they were not quite the same. They were not quite the same there. Artillery Frost, yeah, there's always going to be spots like that in playoff best ball. The Niners did the same thing last year. I think CMC opened as the 1.1. Yep. I definitely drafted Niners-Falcons teams because the Falcons had such a big division league, and the Niners, yeah. Exactly. I know I took some like Bijan stuff. This is a Charger spot, right? Maybe. Maybe. Lay the house on RAM. I want 10% when you ship this. Oh my gosh. I know I'm like kind of, I feel like I'm kind of panicking a little bit. Like I want to do Steelers stuff, but I don't know if this is the team to dabble in that, where I did finally get this like rare-ish Kyron thing. I don't want to like, I kind of want to just play this one a little quote-unquote safer with teams that I've think have a little bit higher odds, like the Texans and the Pats, rather than getting super creative. We'll see what comes back to us here. We'll see what comes back to us. This team is insane. What contest is this? Oh, you know what? I should have kept the board up. This is a mitten. RM covers. And yeah, I'm shocked. I have not been able to get even close to the Rams mega. But it's possible you'll get more, I don't want to say casuals, but you'll get some people willing to march to their own beat, if you will, as the playoffs get closer. Brenton Strange goes, I think I take Booty here. If I'm gonna take Ramondre, I think I like that. We need another wide receiver. Could I add Stroud to this team? Yes, but I think we just lean into the Rams passing game and just take more pieces. Go Easy Cards making drafts interesting at the 1.1. I'll have to check out what you're doing. Go Easy Cards takes Pittsburgh. So this is a Pittsburgh-pilled room here. All right, let's grab Dalton Schultz. He has been pretty involved over on the Houston side. If we wanted to take Stroud now, we could, being that we do have a fairly big bet on them, but I don't think it's fully necessary. So we'll just see what comes around at the end. We'll go over everyone's team, and then we'll hop on out of here. Go Easy Cards with one QB. Took late. Yeah, so interesting. A few drafters waited till the end. Go Easy Cards and this Hugh R drafter waited till the end as well. Him going with Caleb. Go Easy Cards going with Purdy. Artillery Frost says, should take a QB in case the Rams get the bye. See, I think that's one of those interesting questions of what's... I don't want to do, like, a ton of base covering, but I also don't know. Stroud might just be a good advance rate click anyway versus, like, a Colby Parkinson. I don't know what's more likely to help the team advance, because I feel like if the Rams get the bye, we're kind of dead anyway. What else improves the team? It would just be like an additional pass catcher, I guess. You know what? I will take Stroud, not because I'm bye worried, but because I think the Simi stuff likes the QB here versus the guy who's very unlikely to hit the lineup. So we'll take Stroud there. I like this team I'm gonna say this is probably the best Mitten team I've drafted yet. So it's Stafford, Stroud, Kyron, Marks, Ramondre, Puka, Devontae, Nico, Booty, and Schultz. This team feels pretty darn good. I have to say this team feels pretty darn good. All right, go AZ Cards. What'd you do? Purdy, Aaron Rodgers, Pittsburgh. We're bringing it in. CMC, RJ Harvey. I'm losing my voice. Penn Gainwell, Cortland Sutton, George Kittle, Juwan Jennings, Troy Franklin, and DK Metcalf. So, yeah, I like you got the 4 for 4 on the Niners stuff, and then playing it opposite Denver and Pittsburgh. Sick team. I like your team. Go AZ Cards. I think you did you did pretty good from the 1, especially taking CMC at the 1. It looks like you had a plan, and then you were able to execute it. So kind of nice. You reached a little bit on Sutton and Harvey, but honestly, if you can get Niners Broncos like that, knowing that you don't need Knicks because you're doing Purdy, that's kind of a sick way to start, I have to say. So creative start. I like it there. JT Vinegar, Josh Allen, Sam Darnold, James Cook, Ken Walker, Kyle Monangai, Khalil Shakir, Jacoby Myers, Rashid Shaheed, Bretton Strange, Dawson Knox. I like the teams you have, but man, the wide receiver firepower is lacking. It feels like it's going to be tough to move this through multiple weeks just with how light this is. But, there are players capable of a spike week. Jacoby Myers is probably worth more than an ADP of 30. That's a nice place to get him. But, yeah, and Josh Allen himself, there could be a world where you just need Josh Allen. And all the Josh Allen teams are going to look kind of ugly, either at running back or receiver. So I think that's a perfectly coherent team there. And let's see what Hartman did. Drake May, Bo Nix, Josh Jacobs, Blake Corum, Jalen Warren, Zach Charbonnet, and then JSN, Kincaid, Henry, and Pat Bryant. So going to be leaning heavily on JSN, and I'm going to need some points from one of the other guys. But otherwise, I like the teams that you have here. I wish maybe there was a little more Denver stuff. I'm trying to see what possible Super Bowls there are. I don't know if this team can this team make a Super Bowl? I guess that's the issue here. Is I don't see how this team, because you only have one player with each quarterback, and then you don't have more than 3 on the other one. Seattle versus Denver or New England. 1, 2. No, because there's only 2 Seahawks. And then there's only 2 Patriots and 2 Broncos. So I think that's, unless I might be miscounting. I apologize if I am. But I guess that's my thing. Stroud makes sense. All right, nice. Artillery Frost, I've seen the Sims just rip unstacked QBs a lot, but especially Stroud since he's stacked. Yeah, so I think that makes sense. I don't have a flex. This is my second gauntlet. It's just a mitten, so it's okay. All right, I'm not crazy. No worries. You don't have a flex. You know what? That's okay. That is a-okay. You could advance. This could be the $3 advance rate piece. There's a lot of good players on it. Just gonna be tough to take the whole contest down. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. These things happen to the absolute best of us. But everyone, this was a ton of fun. I appreciate you. It was tough to get on and talk about how my best ball season went down in utter flames. But you all, you helped me smile through it. Appreciate y'all so much. If you can, drop a like, drop a sub. I'll be on tomorrow. The rest of the week is probably gonna be pretty light because I will be dealing with a lot of childcare stuff, and it's also the holidays. So might try to get on Friday. Don't make any promises, but also I don't know if people are gonna want to tune in on the day after Christmas. Anyway, the following week, again, I will be dealing with some childcare stuff. I will draft, or I will be able to stream at least a couple days. It definitely won't be all 5. again, just because of some childcare stuff I've got to sort out. But I will do my best. I will keep everyone posted on Twitter. But y'all are the best. Hey, when the Seahawks and Broncos get buys, maybe yeah, there you go. Hey, appreciate you, Fraud Clone. I hope you're having a good one. Appreciate you, Hartman. Lay the house. We always, hey, I know you all are truly the best. So on your way out, if you can, drop a like, drop a sub, and leave a comment. It always helps with the algo. All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Take care.